Welcome beautiful people, welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling good. I am glad to be back with another video, and in today's video a bit of a break from all the drama. Well, we cannot really take a break from the drama. What is going on in Chelsea? I have a bit of some transfer news now, some interesting news about the players. That we have a player who will be out with an injury, for 6 weeks, and this will be detrimental to the club, to the team, to the squad, because we know how much significance he brings to the team. Then in terms of what's going on with our manager, there have been rumors circulating about a potential replacement. Now, who could this be? So if you're new to the channel, please make sure you watch the video till the end. Like the video if you're new, share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Now, let's jump right into it. I don't know whether this news is banter or it's just to keep the fans, to keep the fans speculating, but this was reported by Football Insider, and I will start with this because when I saw this news I was just like, hold up, this cannot be real, and I want to know your thoughts about it. So tell me your opinions down below about what you think about the following news. This is what Football Insider had to say. Chelsea are interested in replacing under fire manager Graham Potter with Roberto De Zerbi, the man who took over from Potter at Brighton. Now, this is just very interesting, and what's the fascination with Brighton at this point? We got Graham Potter, things are clearly not working out, 2 wins in 16 games, and now we're interested in their current manager. We are at mid-table and we're going down each and every game. We face Leeds on Saturday at home. I'm not even confident about how that game will go, but you know how it is. We have to stick with the team, we have to stick with the Blues. It is just honestly uncomfortable to see how the management, the owners are very comfortable with how we are dwindling in terms of our performance in the Premier League, and we might possibly be knocked out in the Champions League. So now reports, according to Fabrizio Romano, he mentioned that according to the owners, this season that we might have to forfeit the Champions League. So if this is the case, it's safe to say that this season will be our worst season in the last 10 years, and this will just keep on, this will be the case. So expect more runs, expect more disappointing news, because this is where we are. And the fact that Pep Guardiola mentioned that we as Chelsea should stick with Potter, I think this gave the managers even more reason to support Graham Potter. But the way it is going, it is honestly bad. But that is what Football Insider. Tell me what your thoughts about this news. Do you think we're actually going to sign Roberto De Zerbi, or this is just banter, for fans to speculate, for us to just wonder about, to give Graham Potter more time, I mentioned in my last 2 videos that he had been given the next 3 games, and again the extension has been made to the next 2 to 3 games. They'll be crucial again, according to Fabrizio. So the extension will be there, and it's safe to say the extension will be extended till the end of the season, and I'm just like, no. In my last video I mentioned about the petition, and apparently the owners were made aware of this petition that has been signed by the fans, and it is still not going to cause any change. But as Unistox Football will put it, I will use however small input I can and however small influence I have to, sack this coach and sack him as soon as possible. That is what is going in terms of our manager. Now, in terms of our manager, if we were to sack Graham Potter, who would be the right manager for the job? Now, interesting names have popped up. There's the likes of Zidane that have popped up. Now there's also the likes of Pochettino, who Aston Villa were interested in, but the deal did not go through. So there's Zidane, there's Pochettino, and there is also Luis Enrique, who is also a name that has popped up in some of the reports. And finally, are we going to go crawling back to our ex Thomas Tuchel? Very unlikely, because he has already fallen out with the owner. So let's see how the next games will go. Now, in terms of the players, some transfer news. Of course, the official kit has been leaked by BRB Football. What do you guys think about it? Tell me your thoughts on it. I think it looks pretty cool. I haven't gotten the new season kit, so I'm still in the last season in the Champions League mood, so bear with me as I adjust. In terms of the transfer news, in terms of what's going on with the players, now this was the news that really caught my attention. In terms of Mateo Kovacic, Apparently, Pep Guardiola has been a long-term admirer of the player, and with 1 year remaining in his contract, things are looking like, Man City could be. Things are looking as though like Man City would grab the opportunity to take the player, and this is what I'm worried about. I mentioned in my previous videos that if we're just focused on the young players and we're building around young players, we need all the players in terms of experience. And in terms of the same experience, the likes of Jorginho, yes, he went to Arsenal, they're building around young players, but he's a bit old, so I wouldn't want us to lose out on Kovacic. Now, Kovacic to Man City would just be a bullet to our head, and I will not take it. So if he decides to leave, of course it would be very sad, but I hope he actually stays in Chelsea because Kovacic's impact on the pitch is very important. Just as N'Golo Kante, the way Thomas Tuchel put it, according to Matt Law in the London podcast, he said, N'Golo Kante is our Mbappe, he's our Neymar, he's our everything on the pitch, and he makes a big difference. So I hope we're able to keep Kovacic, and we do not lose guard on the player. It has been made official. N'Golo Kante has signed a 3-year deal contract with a possible 1-year extension up to 2026. So this is great news. N'Golo Kante's impact on the pitch is inevitable. Everyone knows this, and if you don't know this, get the hell out. So in terms of N'Golo Kante, this is some good news. I am glad to have this. But in terms of the player who is out now, Thiago Silva in the last game against Tottenham was out due to an injury, and according to Zach Kinsella, he's expected to be out for 6 weeks. Now the Chelsea website went on to further say that there was a scan and the results have confirmed that there is a knee ligament issue, so he will be going into rehab and he will be missing if he's out for the next 6 games. And if he's out for the next 6 weeks, this will be very tough in terms of our squad. We know the impact Thiago Silva brings in terms of his experience, in terms of the defense, and he's just irreplaceable. I know PSG lost out on him. They regret it, and apparently PSG are even possibly looking to beg Thomas Tuchel. Interesting news. So if PSG are looking to possibly beg Thomas Tuchel, why can't we do it? We are copying other models of other clubs, and I wish we would just stick to our model, work with what we have, work with the players we have, work with our squad, enhance our strengths, and make sure that we make the best of what we have, other than copying the model of other teams, i.e. Arsenal, i.e. Man City. And in comparison to Arsenal, he is not even up to par to the Arsenal stats. So this speaks a lot. Now, I cannot watch All or Nothing Chelsea because honestly, this will be a very trash documentary. So if you guys are making it, Nah. You guys should just stop and focus on the football. The PR is too much. We're focused on too many things that are glistering around us, and we're not focused on the main goal, which is to play, to win games, to win goals, to maintain our stay in the Champions League, to make sure we go back up in terms of Premier League. Of course, the top 4 is definitely now out of reach. It's a lot to take in, but we move now into more transfer news. According to Mail Sports, now Arsenal could make a shock move for Raheem Sterling. Chelsea might be forced to sell to reduce the size of their squad, and Arteta is a long-term admirer of the England winger. Now, also in terms of Arsenal, are confident of beating Chelsea to the signing of Declan Rice, who may cost up to about £80 million. So in terms of Arsenal, they're still rebuilding, they're still signing players, and they are not letting age be a factor. Yes, they're building around young players, but they're still signing older players. If they sign Raheem Sterling now, Raheem Sterling has been struggling a bit, but we see the impact he comes sometimes in some games, although it's not in all games. We have to wait and see, but if he actually goes now, I don't know where we're going with Chelsea, honestly. It's almost as if we're going in circles, and at this point, we know our problem, we know where the issue is, and if we can just tackle the problem from its roots, we can be able to continue. And there has been a lot of reports circulating about in terms of senior players, and the players were actually shocked when the manager was still backed after the loss against Southampton. So this says a lot. Now, in terms of the players, if they don't look up to the coach as a person of example, as a person they can look up to, how are we going to move forward if there's no respect for the coach? If the coach does not feel like he's up to the par, he's up to the job, how are we going to move forward as a team? This cannot continue. As I finish off, yes, the banter has been real. At this point, it's just boring, and we just need to just fix this problem. Now we as Chelsea cannot keep interfering with Brighton and their managers. I feel like that news is better, but in terms of also some news, in terms of the transfer news, Chelsea are looking to prepare a new contract for Brighton's Levi Colwill. And what? I just have one question for this video. If you don't get anything out of this video, this is all I have to ask. What is the fascination with Brighton? There's so many other teams in the whole world, Brighton is not it, and we cannot keep copying other models. We can create our own model. Come on, Blues, what are we doing? At this point, I don't know, guys, it's just sad, and hopefully we're able to do better and fix our problem at its roots. At least we know where the problem is. The issue is with the manager, and if we can tackle the manager issue, we can move forward. So in terms of Chelsea, that is what is going on. If you're new to the channel, again, please don't forget to like the video, share it with your family and friends. It does help me a lot. Welcome to all the new subscribers. This is your new home for all things Chelsea, and I hope you're here to stay. Then in terms of subscribing, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. I'll be seeing you in my next video as the matter continues, and this is not it. We can definitely do better. We can create our own model. We don't have to copy other teams. So tell me your thoughts on the new kit. Tell me your thoughts on the news about the coach, and you think he'll actually be sacked. Now, if we are not eyeing the Champions League this season, why are we still playing? We cannot lose hope. We cannot. It seems like the owners have just given up hope, and they will back Potter no matter what. And I hope this does not come back to bite them later. So up the Blues, and we move forward.